Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Make Money with YouTube. I double dog dare you. Okay. So forgive my background. We're in the middle of moving. If you are joining me live, I want you to go ahead and drop a hashtag live in the comments. If you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. That way I know who's here. We can see how I can help you the best. So drop a hashtag live or a hashtag replay. And today we are going to be learning the 4 things that you must have to make money with YouTube. We're going to discuss why you shouldn't wait for YouTube to pay you through monetization and how you can make sure that you start getting paid for your YouTube efforts before you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Again, if you're catching me live, drop a hashtag live in the comments. If you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Okay. So the very first thing I want to know is who's here. So if you can go ahead after you drop that hashtag live, hashtag replay, and drop in the comments if you are a current or future YouTuber, that would be great. If you are a current YouTuber, go ahead and drop the link to your channel so that I can take a look at that after we finish this live. Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Elise Michelle Nelson. I'm a YouTube strategist and lead generator, which means that I help you use video to create visibility and generate leads for your business so that you can reach your people, teach them, and close the sale. I have personally published over 800 videos on YouTube, and I make money every week from my YouTube channel. I've also helped thousands of business owners create more sales with my do-it-yourself courses and monthly memberships. Plus, I've worked with other brands with tens of thousands of followers with my done-for-you YouTube management services and video editing. And I do all of these things so that you can support your family, travel, and most importantly, take a nap whenever you want. So what are we going to cover today? Well, first, we're going to cover the 2 ways to make money with YouTube. And then we're going to talk about the 4 roadblocks to making money with YouTube. And then we're going to talk a little bit about your goals so that you can make money with YouTube. And finally, I'm going to give you some freebies like I always do. So you're going to want to stick all the way to the end so that you can get a hold of those freebies as well. And once again, don't forget to drop in the chat if you are joining us live or if you are catching the replay, hashtag live, hashtag replay. And I will be watching the comments here live, and then I'll go back and look at them after the fact. So I see Keziah is here. It's good to see you here. She dropped her channel. I'll take a look at that once I am done with this live stream. So who is ready to jump into the 2 ways to make money with YouTube? Okay. Go ahead and drop a 2 in the chat if you're like, yeah, Elise, I want to know the 2 ways. And I'm going to take a quick drink. All right. So the first way to make money with YouTube is the way that most people think of. And when they come to me and they're like, Elise, I need to know how to make money with YouTube, this is usually what they're thinking about. And that is the YouTube Partner Program. Now, the YouTube Partner Program is lovingly referred to as monetization, even though it is not the only way to get monetized or to make money with your channel. Sometimes people call it YPP. This is typically when someone thinks about making money from ad revenue. Although there are other ways to make money in the YouTube Partner Program, this is what I usually hear people talking about. Now, in order to make money through ad revenue using the YouTube Partner Program, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, there are other ways to make money with YouTube, but this is what most people are thinking of. And this is where most people think of making money from YouTube. So this is one option. Join the YouTube Partner Program and either wait for the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time to get paid through ad revenue, and or you can be getting paid through some other ways through YouTube. So that's the first way of making money, is through the YouTube Partner Program. So that is where you actually get paid by YouTube themselves, okay? The second way that you can make money with YouTube is you can sell something of your own. So this is where you're not relying on YouTube to pay you. This is where you have something that you're going to get paid for talking about on YouTube. And the advantage of this way of making money is that there's no subscriber count, there's no minimum watch time, there's no requirements for this to happen, except that you have something that you want to sell. And this could be your own thing or an affiliate thing, whatever. And so this second way of selling something on YouTube, because there's no requirements, it means no matter where you're at, whether you already have a YouTube channel or not, once you start putting out content, you can be making money. And this is how I make money every week for my YouTube channel. So my question for you now is, Who here has 0 subscribers or more? So if you have 0 subscribers or more, I want you to type a me in the chat so that I know that you're here. And if you have 1,000 subscribers or more, I want you to type 1,000 in the chat, okay? And I want to see who's here and who can qualify for these 2 different ways of making money. I think it's probably pretty obvious to all of you that everyone can make money by selling what I call a YouTube offer and selling something through their YouTube videos. And so that's why I want to focus there. So do I have your guys' permission? Can we focus on how you can make money before you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours? How you can make money starting right now? Who wants to focus on that? I want you to raise your hand or type another me in the chat. Keziah and Lori, I see you there in the chat. You say you have 0 or more subscribers, right? Everybody should be saying me. All right. So on my channel, I started making money at about 200 subscribers. Now, I can't guarantee you that you're going to make money at 200 subscribers. But what I can tell you is it is much faster for most people to start making money through their offers instead of relying on the YouTube Partner Program. And so I would suggest that this is something that you really focus on. And if you're a business owner, which most of you in my audience are, this is probably where you want to go anyways. So it's perfect, right? So today we're going to focus on your YouTube offer because everyone can use it. Regardless of how many subscribers you have, regardless if you've ever put a video out on YouTube, you can use this to make money. And then the other great thing about it is these offers can be used elsewhere also. So you're not just stuck on YouTube. Whereas if you're relying solely on the YouTube Partner Program, that's your only source of revenue and something happens to it, you're just out of luck, right? So we want to spend time on things that are going to continue to perform for us no matter what happens. So what are we going to cover today? Well, we've already covered the 2 ways to make money with YouTube, and we've all agreed we want to focus on the second one. Next, we're going to cover the 4 roadblocks to making money with YouTube. So these are the 4 things that could prevent this from working for you. And so that's why it's so important for us to know them so we can overcome these obstacles. Who wants to know how to avoid these 4 problems that I see with my clients over and over again? Type a 4 in the chat. If you're like, Elise, I've got to know these 4 things and what I can do to not have to stumble on them. That's the next thing we're going to cover. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the very first thing that can prevent you from making money with YouTube, the first roadblock is that viewers do not see your video. If they don't see your video, if they don't know it exists, they can't buy your offer, which means you're not going to make money. Does that make sense? Everybody on board? So if you agree with me, if you're like, yeah, that makes sense to me. If they don't see my video, they can't buy my offer. I want you to type C in the chat. So see like with your eyes, S-E-E. Type it in the chat if you're like, yeah, okay, Elise, I'm on board with that. If they don't see my offer, they can't buy it, which means I'm not going to make money, right? The next thing that can prevent you from making money with YouTube is if viewers don't click your offer. They don't click your video, right? So if they see your video, but they don't click on it, they're not going to watch it, which means they're not going to see your offer, which means they're not going to buy it, which means you're not going to make any money. So if you agree with me and you're like, Elise, I get it. They have to click on it. I want you to type click, C-L-I-C-K in the chat. Keziah and Lori, I see you there in the chat responding. So we know if they don't see our offer, they can't buy it. If they don't see our video, they can't learn about our offer, they can't buy it. If they don't click our video, they can't learn about our offer, they can't buy it. So the third thing that can prevent them from buying your offer is if they don't watch your video. Because if they don't watch your video, they're not going to hear about your offer and they're not going to buy it, which means you can't make money. So if they're not actually watching your video, this is going to prevent you from making money. If you agree with me, I want you to drop watch in the chat, W-A-T-C-H. You understand that getting them to watch is important. And if you want to make the sale, if you want to make money, they have to watch the video. And then our fourth thing that can prevent you from making money on YouTube, and this is the one that I see so many people struggle with, is you don't have an offer. And if you don't have an offer, they clearly can't buy it. It means that you're not going to make money. So if you agree with me, you're like, yeah, if I don't tell them that I have something for them to buy, or if I don't have something at all, they're not going to be able to buy it. I want you to drop offer in the chat, O-F-F-E-R. And so those are the 4 things that will prevent you from making money. Now, probably haven't like blown your mind or anything yet. This is very logical, but it's something that we don't always think about. And with YouTube, you have to think about these things. So who is like, yeah, Elise, I am on board. I understand these are the 4 things that would prevent me from making money on YouTube, but can you help me with that? You want me to help you with those 4 things? I want you to drop help in the chat. If you're like, yes, I want to know how to overcome these 4 things that make perfect sense to me, that they would prevent me from making money. But while I'm waiting for your answer, I have a very important question to ask you. Why did the cow cross the road? To get to the other side. All right, guys, that's our little break in this little lesson here, this little live. I love throwing in some ridiculous jokes, so I hope that you got a kick out of that as much as I did. But now I guess the question in your mind is probably, what do cows have to do with YouTube, Elise? Why the flip? Why are we talking about cows? So who wants to know what cows have to do with YouTube? Go ahead and raise your hand or put a little moo cow in the chat. Let me know that you're like, I want to know why we're talking about cows. Okay, so we are talking about cows because I am all about making illustrations, making it very clear what we're trying to learn whenever I talk. I always want to make sure you walk away with actionable steps and you understand what your next step is. And so today we're going to be talking about our 4 cows. And these 4 cows are going to directly address the 4 things we just talked about. The 4 things that could prevent you from making money on YouTube. So who's with me and you're cool to learn a little bit about cows today? Okay, so Lori and Keziah both said that they want help, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So just a few moments ago, we discussed the 4 things that prevent you from making money. And the very first one we talked about was if they don't see your video. If they don't see that you have a video at all, they will not watch it and you will not make money. We all agreed to that, okay? And so the first thing is, how do we get them to see our video? And that's the very first thing you have to address. And the reality of the situation is, this is one of the first things I tell people to do when they want to use YouTube for their business. And it's the very first thing I get pushback on. And that is that if you want people to see that your video exists, you have to use the right keywords and search engine optimization. And there are plenty of YouTubers out there that say that these don't matter anymore. And for entertainment-based channels, I could see an argument being made for that. But the reality is, as a business owner, you should be answering questions that people are asking over and over and over again. And by using keywords and search engine optimization, you will be found over and over and over again for that question. And what that means is you'll have the opportunity over and over and over again to answer that question and sell the thing that will help them with that problem. And so search engine optimization, keyword research, understanding what they're looking for is how you solve this problem of not being seen in the long term. Because we want to set our YouTube channels up to be evergreen, meaning they will continue to deliver forever. And that's how I make money on my YouTube channel. I understand this concept and I make money every week on my small channel because I know how this works. And I have seen this work for clients again and again and again. So this is where we start. Okay, if you want help with this, we'll be doing another video training here in a few weeks where I'll be talking about how to do this the fast, dirty, and free way. So if you understand that keywords, search engine optimization, all of these things are super important if you want to be found forever and you want to actually make money in your business using YouTube, I want you to drop SEO in the chat for search engine optimization. We have to optimize what we're doing to YouTube, which is a search engine. So guys, we have taken one cow and we're going to cross it. We're going to get it to cross the road from the side of our business where it's not making us any money to the side of the business where we actually have money coming in consistently, evergreen, always, forever, because we are getting our videos seen. Lori says she gets it. She's all about the search engine optimization. She understands that that is what gets us seen. So we have moved one of our cows across the road, but we still have 3 that are hanging out over here on the side that is not making us money. Who wants to know how to move those 3 across the road? Drop a 3 in the chat. And we're going to be focusing next on how to get the click. Because we just discussed, you guys just told me in the chat that you understand that if you don't get the click, that means they won't see your video. That means you cannot make your offer, which means they will not buy, which means you will not make money. And so that's what we're going to focus on next. Keziah says SEO also. Lori says she's got a 3. She wants to know the other 3 things. So how do we fix this? What do we do to counteract this problem? Well, if we want to get that click count across the road and make us money, we have got to use attention-grabbing thumbnails. An attention-grabbing thumbnail gets the click. And there are a few things that I see people mess up when it comes to thumbnails. One of my biggest ones that I see all the time is they don't do them at all. And the thumbnail is important, guys. This is the thing that grabs someone's attention enough, gets them curious enough to click into that video. And if we can't get them to click into that video, we can't make any money. So the click is super, super important, right? So that's the first one. The first one is they don't have them at all. The second one is all of them look the same. And it makes it impossible for someone to know whether or not they've already seen your video. This is a huge problem because then they won't watch it because they think they might have already seen it. And I always get the pushback on branding, but Elise, I want my videos to be branded. Your videos can be branded without every thumbnail being the same. Go look at my channel. Every single one of my thumbnails is different. They are all clearly branded and clearly go with my whole vibe, right? Bright, bold, and loud. So making sure you have an attention-grabbing thumbnail is incredibly important if you want to actually get someone to click into your video. If you're with me and you're like, yes, I get it. I have to have a thumbnail. It has to be attention-grabbing. It should create curiosity. I understand that this is really important. I want you to go ahead and drop a click in the chat. And once you start using attention-grabbing thumbnails, not only will you be found because people will see you because of your keywords and SEO, you will now get them to actually click into your video, which is huge. And that's going to get that count across the road over to the side of the road where it's actually making you money. So now you've got the keywords, you've got the thumbnails, you're going to get seen, you're going to get clicked. What is our next thing we're going to move into? We're going to move into how to get them to actually watch, okay? The first 2 things I see people stumble with so hard is understanding that keyword research is essential and understanding that thumbnails are essential. And then this next part is something that everybody actually seems to really understand and know, but that doesn't mean that they're necessarily good at it. And keyword research and thumbnails, I'm sorry, are kind of easy. So they're a really good place to start. This next one, getting them to watch your video, is going to take a lot of practice. We all suck at it when we start, every single one of us. And so you have to keep doing it and keep putting it out there for this to get better. So we have now crossed 2 of our cows across the road to where they're going to make us money. We've got 2 more to talk about, and let's jump into the watch cow. And Keziah and Lori, I still see you there in the comments. Thank you for responding. So how do we get people to actually watch our video? And this one is going to be one of those, well, duh moments, okay? But I'm going to elaborate, I promise. You have to have a good video that holds attention so that they will watch the whole thing and want to get even more from you. You got a bad video, they're not going to watch it. They'll watch the first 5 seconds and leave. They'll be like, peace out. And so it's really important that you're able to hold their attention. If you cannot hold attention, they will not watch the video. They will not see your offer, and you will not make money. Okay. And so this is really, really important. And it takes a lot of practice. You have to keep doing this over and over again. And there are a lot of keys to making sure that it keeps attention. But suffice it to say, you can't sit in any one place for too long. Don't be boring. Okay. And that's going to be one of the things that helps you keep their attention. And once you create content that keeps their attention and they stay and they watch, you will move that cow to the other side of the road. They will watch through the whole video. They will get to the point where you make your offer and you will be one step closer to making money with YouTube. All right. So if having a good video, and let's talk a little bit about specifics here. Things that I see people do a lot. I see people who don't edit their video at all. Problem. There are always down points in any video. If you go back and watch this video again, which I highly recommend, so you have some more key points of what you need to do to make YouTube work for you, you're going to see that there are lulls. There are moments where I take a drink of water. There are moments where there's just a pause while I read the comments. Those moments can all be taken out when you edit your video. And that's doing it live. Even on a recording, you're going to find something similar. Also, you can use editing in order to keep attention. You can put things on the screen. You can change the way things look. You can zoom in and out. There's all sorts of beautiful, awesome things that you can use. You can use B-roll. And if you want to know more about how to edit your video, you're going to want to come to another training we're going to be doing in a few weeks, all about editing. And I'm going to tell you all those awesome things you can do to hold attention. But suffice it to say, if you're not doing those things, it will be very difficult for you to hold attention. So those are kind of the key points here, just making sure you're not being bland and boring and repeating yourself over and over again like I'm kind of doing right now. Cutting those out will help you hold attention with your video. All right, so guys, we now have 3 of our cows on the other side of the road. If you are so excited, I want you to type a 3 in the chat. Tell me you're like, yes, I've got 3 down. I understand those 3 points, and I know what to start with. Now we're going to go to our final one, our final cow, the final thing we all agreed, which was if they don't know you have an offer, or if you don't have an offer, they can't buy it, which means you can't make money. And so we've got to get this offer cow to cross the road. We've got to get this offer cow to cross the road and help us make money. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, if you have those other 3 all figured out, but you don't have an offer, you can't make money. And so these are all really keys and important points to making sure you can make money with your YouTube channel. But at the end of the day, the offer is where it's at. And I see so many people not make an offer at all. That's a problem. So how do you what is so important about the offer? You need to have a low ticket, no-brainer offer that gives them an opportunity to get more from you and makes it easy for you to get consistent, repeatable revenue. Let's say that again. This offer needs to help you get consistent, repeatable revenue. As people find your video because of your search engine optimization and your keyword research, as people click your video because of your thumbnail, as people watch your video because you know how to make videos that are engaging, every single one of those people that are found forever, like we talked about when we were talking about thumbnails and search engine optimization, every single one of them will have an opportunity to buy this offer. And so you want it to be something that's high value for them, but low cost for you. And I'm not talking monetary cost, I'm talking time. So this is something that they can download over and over again that you can give them for free that doesn't require anything from you. This is what you're looking for because this gives you the opportunity to have a lot of people come in and buy that offer, and then you can offer them more offers down the road. So if you understand the idea here of having a low cost, no-brainer offer so that it's super easy for them to say yes, and for it to create consistent, repeatable revenue for you so that it's super easy for you to be making money in your business, I want you to drop offer in the chat. So these are the key points. It has to be a low ticket, no-brainer, or they won't buy it. It has to be easy for you to deliver, or you're going to just resent having to give it to them. Does that make sense? Go ahead and drop offer in the chat if you understand that's what's important about the offer. And once you have an offer like that, it will cross the road to the other side where it can actually make you money. And guys, we have now moved past those 4 things, those 4 roadblocks, the things keeping the cows on the side of the road that don't make you no money to the side that makes you money. It is all about your search engine optimization or keyword research, your thumbnail, attention grabbing, curiosity creating thumbnail, making sure that you get them to watch your video and asking them for something. Those 4 things, when you conquer those 4 things, is when you start to make money with YouTube. Now, I want to ask you one last question here before you go about this. Do you want to be in a position where you spend time creating content and putting it out there, creating videos and putting them out there, and one of them hits, one of them goes viral and is seen by thousands upon thousands, maybe even millions of people, and you don't have an offer on it and you haven't followed these guidelines? I cannot tell you how many people I have talked to that are like, Elise, I had this video that went viral. And I'm like, okay, cool. What offer did you have on it? I didn't have one. Okay, cool. Where did you tell them to go next? I didn't tell them to do anything. Okay, cool. Did it have to do with some specific part of your business? No, it was just me goofing around. That's a waste. You had something that worked out and you wasted it You don't want that to happen to you because it is such a kick in the gut to realize that you finally did something that kind of worked, but you didn't actually make it work because you didn't have an offer. And so that's what I don't want to see happen to you. I want you to have everything laid out so that when one of your videos does really well, because it will, if you keep pushing, you will have a video that hits. Now, what that looks like for you will be different from person to person and industry to industry. But let's just say you had 10 people that found you through these videos. And those 10 people became lifelong clients of yours. And they will probably refer 10 more people who become lifelong clients of yours. And the cycle goes on and on. Would that change your business? What about if it was 100 people? What about if it was 1,000 people? Those are things that matter. When you have a video that does really well, you want it to be laid out correctly, and you want to make sure that you have that attached. Okay? All right. So guys, those are the 4 things that can prevent you from making money with YouTube, how to overcome them. I have one final thing. Well, actually, I've got to give you the freebies now. Let me make sure I didn't forget anything. Just to double check. No, we're into the freebies. Who wants to know the freebies? What I've got for you to help you with this. So the very first one is the Make Money with YouTube handout. And so this is a free PDF. You're just going to go to, what does this say? myschedulebiz.com/YouTube-money. And there'll be a link in the description of this video that you can just click so you don't have to type it in. And this is my detailed notes. So this is everything we've talked about today. I break it down for you. I give you some more details that we didn't discuss. And you're going to be able to download that and get the reminders of what are the things you need to be doing, some additional details, and you're going to want to go grab that right now. Again, it's a free resource you can just go grab, and it'll help you with these 4 things and give you some more ideas about ways to overcome them. So go grab that. That's the very first thing. That's our first freebie. The next thing that you're going to want to get is you're going to want to make sure, if you're not already a member of the Fearless Business Owners Success Through Video and YouTube Facebook group, that you join us there. And so again, the link will be in the description of this video, but you're going to go to, what does this one say? myschedulebiz.com/bizzers, or you can go to facebook.com/groups/msbizzers. They both go to the same thing. And that is going to be where you can get signed up. If you're already a member of this group and you're not taking advantage of it, you are missing out, because not only are these trainings in that group, we have other trainings and the opportunity to share your videos. So you might be able to find more people who are interested in what you're doing. There's tons of resources in that group. And if you're in there but not participating, you're missing out on something that could really help you make money. If you're not in that group, you need to go sign up. And so you're going to join us there. We have challenges, weekly teachings. You can share your videos Monday through Friday for critiques and praise. You can ask for help. Go ask your questions in that group, and I will answer your questions. That's the place to be. Next freebie is something that I only let you use once. So if you've already gotten it, you're not going to be able to get it again. But if you haven't, this is your chance to sit down with me one-on-one and ask your questions, get some direction, have me look at your business, have me look at your channel and get some feedback. You're going to myschedulebiz.com/coffee, and you're going to sign up for a free 15-minute YouTube coffee chat where I will talk to you about your business. Now, to be clear, I look at your business before we get on this call. I will come to this call already with my thoughts in mind, or you can just ask your questions and I will let you know what I think based upon what I've looked at previously. So this is not a blind call. I spend time on these calls before I get on them. That's why there are only 4 available each week. And whenever you cancel, you've not only canceled that 15-minute call, you've wasted the time that I used to prepare for that 15-minute call. So please don't sign up for this unless you're serious and you're ready to have some help and you want to have some feedback about where you should go next for your business, for your YouTube channel. And then I think that's actually it. That's all I have for you guys. So those are the freebies. Thank you so much for coming. Do not forget to RSVP for next week when we will be talking about editing. So actually the editing video is next week. I forgot. It's going to be May the 8th, Wednesday, May the 8th, 10:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. So same time, same place that you are now. We'll be talking in a deeper dive about editing your videos. I'll talk to you about how you can hold attention if you want to overcome that all-important issue of not getting people to watch your videos. Have a great week. I hope to see you next week. I'm so glad that we get to live our dreams together every single day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.